Welcome to our coverage of NAB 2012.
All right, well, it's Sunday afternoon here at Las Vegas. The show officially opens tomorrow, but there's been a lot of press conferences, a lot of early releases, just kind of the buzz that makes the show a lot of fun. We're here at LVH, and we're here with Rich with Zeiss. And how's it going, man?
It's going great, thanks.
So what's the atmosphere here at Zeiss? I mean, the show's not kicked off yet, but what are you guys anticipating, looking forward to this year?
Well, we're really pumped this year. I think the momentum that we're seeing over the last couple of years, we see a very energized market. We see lots of new products. We see a lot of kind of new tools for independent filmmakers. Costs has come down, quality's gone up, resolution's better. I think that the ability to distribute content is more wide open than it's ever been, and I think that will continue to improve. So we're really excited about kind of the changes that have occurred and kind of where this trend is leading.
So besides what you guys are doing at the show, what else are you specifically looking forward to in terms of announcements or news? Well,
there's lots of new camera developments. And for us, anytime a new camera comes out, it's an opportunity to mount a lens to it, which is great. So what the beauty part about kind of our compact primes is that they're as versatile as any lens on the market. So regardless of what camera comes out, regardless of the sensor size or the mount type, we can find a way to fit a lens to it. And for us, it's really cool.
Yeah, so there's a new breed of cameras that's been kind of coming out, and the new trend is removable lenses, large sensors, kind of uniquely positions a lot of the market for your product.
Yeah, it does, and of course 4K is on it's everyone's kind of on everyone's lips right now. It's, especially with the new Sony camera coming out, new Canon 1DC that was announced. 4K is here. We're seeing the beginnings of, at least from a capture standpoint.
Our coverage of NAB 2012 is brought to you by Kessler, innovative tools for filmmakers. Lettuce Direct. It's better with lettuce. LettuceDirect.com. Next Lights. Get lit.
Do you think that'll represent a tipping point for the market this year, or is that still kind of down the road?
It's a sign of things to come. You may not have the ability to watch 4K content now, but I think people want to be able to shoot in 4K and go back and repurpose at some point in the future. Let's say you've got a hit on your hands. You go to shoot a show or something. If you're shooting 4K now, even though you may not have the ability to broadcast it or watch it, because you have a really expensive monitor, at least you'll be able to go back to what you shot, if it could be 2, 3, 4 years from now, and be able to access that high-res footage. So I think we're starting to see the beginnings of a trend, and the nice thing is that all of our lenses are all 4K compatible. So regardless of what camera is hitting that market, we'll be able to resolve that kind of fine resolution, small pixel size.
That's great. Well, that leads us right into your product launch. Tell us a little bit about what you guys are announcing here today.
Seeing 6 new lenses, so 5 new primes as part of our compact prime family, and 1 new zoom lens. So on the primes, it takes our range of lenses up to 14 lenses, covering 10 different focal lengths. One of the new ones, brand new 15 millimeter lens, has an aperture of t2.9. It covers a full frame sensor, so it'll work on any 24 by 36 chip camera, whether or not it's 5D Mark II, Mark III, the 1DC, Nikon D800, or anything that might come in the future. Just like the rest of the CP2 family, it covers the bigger sensor size. Like the CP2's interchangeable mounts, this one happens to be a Canon mount. You have a choice also of PL, Micro Four Thirds, E mount, or F mount. The optics on this are amazing. 2 spherical lens elements, 2 special glass types, minimal distortion for an ultra-wide lens. So if you're shooting architecture work or in any sort of tight location, minimal distortion and extremely sharp out to the edges. I mean, really tack sharp. So you're not really have the center and focus and the edges go a little soft. This is sharp right across the frame. So really beautiful lens. List price on this is $5,700, so it's a little bit more than the rest of the CP2 family, but for a lens of this type and quality, it's actually still pretty affordable. On the long end, brand new 135 T2.1. So that takes us into the telephoto range, kind of a really nice portrait lens also. Also full frame, has all the benefits of the CP2 line.
Our coverage of NAB 2012 is brought to you by CINEVATE, tools for filmmakers and photographers. Delaluz, apparel for filmmakers. Zeiss, we make it visible.
We also introduced 3 new lenses that we are dubbing Super Speed. So
with that, for all practical purposes, same glass type as the CP2, just faster lens, right?
part of the CP2 family. There's 3 different versions. So we have a brand new 35 millimeter. It's a brand new optical design. It's a T1.5, and now also the option of the 50 and the 85 millimeter also being T1.5. So 2 obvious applications: low light, shallow depth of field, but also at wide open aperture, they do kind of give you this kind of atmospheric look, a little bit of kind of flare, if you will, around strong lights. Kind of adds to kind of a unique look of shooting wide open. Of course, all that is kind of disappears when you stop the lens down. So we're just giving the customers a little bit more kind of creative flexibility, being able to shoot wide open on something like that.
Right. So just run through the focal lengths of the family then from 135 to...
So right now we've got the brand new 15, the 18, 21, 25, 28, 2 different 35s, 3 different 50s. The 50.
Wait, what was the 3? You had the 1.5,
the 2.1 and the 50 macro.
the macro. That's what I...
85, the 100, and then the 135.
Great, excellent. And then in addition to that, you guys also have some new compact zoom, right?
Yeah, this is the first announcement of a brand new zoom family. So it's part of the CP2 line. We call it the compact zoom. What's unique about this lens, it's the only cine-style zoom lens that covers the larger frame size. So it works on a 24 by 36 chip. It's the only lens out there like that. It has the same interchangeable mounts as the CP2. So Canon, PL, EF, Micro Four Thirds, or F mount. It's the first lens in a line is a 70 to 200. We'll introduce 2 more lenses, at least announce 2 more at the end of this year. We're not saying exactly what they are, but they'll kind of fill in the range. Long focal length, focus rotation, no aperture change throughout the range. And of course, nowadays customers have a choice of shooting still photo zoom lenses or cine-style zoom lens. Mm-hmm. There's big differences between the 2. So you've got one kind of designed for still photography, does a great job for still images, but for motion capture, you're going to see a little bit of focus shift through the zoom range. So if I'm drawing in on somebody and I need to hold critical focus, especially with a camera that has a shallow depth of field, you're going to start to see focus drift because that lens was never designed for motion capture. A cine-style zoom lens is a much different mechanical build. So in our lens, there's actually 3 zooming groups that move independent of each other as you change the zoom. What allows us to do at that point is to hold critical focus regardless of where you are in the zoom range. So it adds a little bit to the complexity of the lens. Actually, it adds a lot. The cost of the lens kind of goes up. Size and weight, of course, is different than a zoom lens made for still photography. The benefit, though, is that for motion capture, it's really the only choice to use.
Makes you much more consistent.
Exactly. So this lens, again, unique because it covers full frame, 5 different mount options. It's also the least expensive cine-style zoom lens on the market. The list price on this one will be $19,900.
And is this currently available or shipping when?
Shipping November.
You kind of build this as compact zoom. Like, what does that mean in terms of weight and all of that?
Well, again, so compact to us is kind of size. So it's the physical size of the lens and the weight of the lens. So the weight on the lens is just over 6 pounds. In terms of the size, it's again for 70 to 200. All of the focus is internal, so there's nothing that's going to be front moving on the lens. You can put a matte box up against it comfortably. Everything is moving internally. The front diameter is 95 millimeters, so it's a common cine size. So for drop-in filters and everything like that, it's quite good. It comes with support brackets. Actually, there's 2. There's one mounted to the bottom of the lens for support, and there's actually a mounting collar near the base of the camera mount here, which again you can tap into if you want to. The whole idea here, though, is to be able to isolate the lens from a still camera body. The still camera mounts never designed for the rotational torque of a cine lens. So what we're trying to do is prevent any sort of movement of the lens in the mount itself. So you need support on a lens of this type, both for the weight, but also just to keep it rock solid in the camera.
Excellent. Well, Rich, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it.
Problem, Kendall. Thanks.
Look forward to seeing you on the show floor.
Great. Thank you.
Stay tuned for more coverage fresh from the floor.